back to the Friday Age Show, and of course we have the host with the probably the most popular hour of the week because she slows me down enough that you can understand my answers. And Michelle, welcome to the program. We have some announcements. It's the Friday firing line, I guess we might call it the batter cage. I'm in the batter cage with my bat ready to take balls that are thrown at every body part or above my head, and hopefully I'll knock them out of the park.
You always say that with such glee.
Yeah, I like the idea of what I call being axed, A-X-E-D, questions not asked. Because I think questions, as I say, the wisest person in the room is not the person with all the answers, but the best questions.
Okay, you done?
Yes.
Good. Hi. It's great to be here on this April the 8th.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a little sleepy, so I'll try to stay awake. For some reason, I woke up at 3 in the morning. Gee, I sound like Bill. And I'm awake. I don't know if that's been happening to anybody lately, but I'm awake. That's not like me. I couldn't get back to sleep.
It must be the smart meters or something in our neighbors. We don't have one. Of course, we've removed ours. But anyway,
no,
whatever it is.
It could be all the excitement in my life. That could be it.
Right. All of the stuff about grandkids who just turned, our little granddaughter turned 1.
That's true. There's always something going on. Usually when I wake up at 3, though, the truth is I'm thinking of the business. What's happening with Nutrimedical? What's this? What do I have to do?
I think you have some new protocols too, don't you, Mish?
I do. That's one thing I do have to do is announce the new protocols. Bill's trying to keep me on track here. That's funny. We're going to reverse today, are we, Bill?
Once in a while.
You keep me on track. Okay, we'll start with we have actually 2 for men and 2 for women. And they are on sale as 3 packs.
Yeah, that's really good.
3 packs, $10 off and free shipping. You'll see them. We'll start with the, shall we start with the men? Prostate. That's for prostate. The ideal 3 products for prostate, Bill, are, that you gave me this morning, that I put up on the website.
Right, and they are.
Where are they?
Firstly, for prostate, you want to take Prostate Flow. 1 to 2 capsules twice a day.
Right.
The next one you want to take for prostate is Vision Max.
That's right.
1 capsule twice a day.
Right.
And the third one is Xenoestrogen Detox because, Hormone Synergy. Hormone Synergy. The Hormone Synergy is 2 capsules in the morning, and the reason is you want to block the conversion of male hormone to female. You want to make sure that's going.
So those.
Oh, sorry. That was the. Yeah, that's for the. Sorry, I got it mixed up with the other one. It's the Xenoestrogen Detox is the one for that protocol. The reason is you're trying to block the female hormone, which makes the Ergonlagen. That's the German term for the tissue that's in prostate, male, and the uterus from expanding or growing. In the other protocol for andropause, male hormones, the first one is Men's Max. It releases male hormone from the sex hormone binding globulin.
Okay, you're talking about the other sale pack?
Right, the other one.
Okay, so when you're looking for the first sale pack, you look under prostate. You'll see prostate flow, and then right under it, you'll see the 3 products, $10 off, and then shipping. Next is the one that's Men's Max that we'll start with.
Yeah, Men's Max basically, and then you want to have the Hormone Synergy to prevent the conversion of male hormone to female. Mm-hmm. And then the last one, this is, for male hormone.
You know what's funny? You know what I did last night at 3 when I woke up? Why don't we just go to sleep and have a nap right now? I woke Bill up and I said, talk to me. I can't go to sleep. And here's poor Bill that doesn't get much sleep anyways because he's just manic.
I take a nap. I had a pretty good sleep. I have pretty good sleep because I take a lot of our natural sleep meds. What did I do?
I made Bill talk to me from 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning. I said, "Oh my gosh, Bill, it's getting daylight. We better go back to bed." Yeah,
you get a little bit demanding, I guess, but I'm a good bee.
You're always game to talk.
I'm always listen.
I just went like that talking.
I know.
Blah, 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 blah.
I started talking at 6 to 8 months, and I don't think I've stopped in 64 years almost.
So he just welcomed the opportunity. Oh, she wants to talk
always
to
okay.
me. Okay. Forget it. How would I know, Bill? I'm asleep here today.
Yeah.
I should have brought the whole thing with me, but, this is called not prepared. What the heck? Oh, wait. I can tell you, Bill. For the Vision Max is in the prostate protocol.
Right. And then, of course, the last one is to stop the Vision Max, the prostate flow, and the xenoestrogen detox. What you're going to try to do is because female hormone, which is an artificial we call bisphenol A and these other endocrine disruptors, they actually make male prostate grow. So what's happened in the last, 70 years since World War II is a massive increase in xenoestrogens and endocrine disruptors that are causing prostatic enlargement. So you get rid of those, and it helps reduce your prostate swelling.
Okay, for women. Much simpler. For PMS?
PMS is real simple. You've got to stop the prostaglandins, prostaglandin E2 and F2 alpha, that's cell defense. And you want to restore the progesterone, which is femgesterone cream.
Okay. And for the menopause?
And by the way,
for women, that's easy.
And the other one for the triple for the women is cell defense, which because it's inflammatory.
You just said so.
Yes, I'm saying the cell defense is really important because it's going to normalize that, and also sometimes they'll get quite moody too, or agitated, and that's where we use Posinol, which we've renamed Mood Elevator because it stops anxiety. It's very good for that. Posinol, little tiny brown soft gels, usually 1 to 2 twice a day.
And for menopause, it's femgesterone,
right?
DHEA,
and pregnenolone cream. Because you're supplying the adrenal support and the female hormone support. And the femgesterone, and these are all transdermal, so they go directly in your bloodstream. They don't get destroyed by your liver. They bypass it directly in your bloodstream.
The big deal about this is what Bill was trying to do, and what we're both trying to do is make it simpler. Like you'll see a 3-pack. The protocol's right there. It's $10 off.
Right.
It's, you can order it that way because if we could remember the protocol, it'd be great, Bill.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to get mixed up.
Hey, if you go to the website, it's on there.
Yeah, when we're having time and it's not so busy this morning and we're writing down notes, it's easy. But when you're scrambling at the show, sometimes wires get crossed because they're not exactly the same, but they're different aspects of a similar problem.
Well, the first call I had this morning, sleepy call. I wasn't not much awake, and I got to talk to David from Cathedral City, right up the road here. He's our area code 760.
Oh yeah.
And hi, David. I know you love to listen to the show, and we were discussing. I looked out the window, and here it's raining. So we were all excited and happy that we get rain in Southern California here again. And I guess we're in our area. We're getting rid of the drought, but not the rest of California. It's still really dry, right?
Yeah, well, California could easily be 3 states at least, maybe 4. There's an area up there near the Oregon border they consider a 4th state.
And let's see, Tom from Texas, he said that, he wanted to know, Bill, we had to help him this week to find the archives button. It was kind of confusing, and when I went on our website, I saw why it's confusing. Go to the front page. There's a place that says Radio Archives underneath. Look at that. That's not really the archives. They're the MP3s up underneath where it says GCN. Go to the top, Bill. It says listen live free to Nutrimedical Report 12 through GCN. Right underneath that.
It says free Nutrimedical MP3 archives.
He thought it was down there. What is down there, Bill?
That's the archives that are on our server. And we're thinking about putting it on a remote server so that I can actually cross-index them, but I've already done that for the last week or so. So that you'll see they're cross-indexed by topic, which a lot of people want to search by topic. So if I get your feedback to Michelle, we'll find it if you want that, and we'd have to put it on a remote server so it wouldn't slow down our main websites.
Henry, hello Henry, from up there in Corona, California. I like to say the place. Remember, I say the name of the place, unless you tell me not to, when you're from California, but nowhere else. And I'll honor if you don't like me saying where you're from.
Yeah, it's a big place.
That's a big place. There's lots of Henrys.
California's got almost 40 million people, so it's easy to have a name by like John or Frank or Alan. There's a lot of them in the state. Let's put it that way. A lot of Jose's and a lot of Mohammeds now. Now that Obama's letting a lot of Mohammeds in.
Here we go. Lots of. Where do you get all this energy? My goodness.
I have to. Actually, my body is like a ramjet. I have to slow down to kind of sublight speeds.
Honestly, Bill, Henry says he has primary open-angle glaucoma. What is that?
Primary open-angle glaucoma means the angle is not closed or narrow, so it's blocking the canals at the edge of the eye.
Yeah.
It's caused by a blockage of the microcirculation. Mm-hmm. Intraocular pressure is only one factor. The most important factor is improved by things like Vision Max, cell detox glutathione can-C eye drops, and very importantly, lumen photon, and the circulation with the ellagic acid and cardiovascular. Because it's the small vessels that are the problem. So when your eye doctor just says drops or surgery.
I'm just going to go over those. I think we're a little bit mumbo-jumbo and complicated there, and I apologize for the first 15 minutes of the show. So just to go over the packs for prostate, it's 3 things for each of these. Prostate Flow, Xenoestrogen Detox, and Vision Max. That's for your prostate. For your men's virility,
Right.
An ability to talk for hours, is Men's Max, Hormone Synergy, and Supernox.
Yeah, that will restore male hormone and male activities.
Male activities. Okay, move along, move along. Okay. Oh, Joe. Joe from, where's he from? Oh, he's upstate New York.
Uh-huh.
Where the big election is.
About to happen next week, yeah.
VascuCare. He asked about his VascuCare because that has been reformulated. And now the formulation is ready. And she sent Catherine up there in Concord, I think it is, California. Yeah. She sent it out, or is, this afternoon.
Right. The other, of course, we've reformulated the new, one of the biggest breakthroughs in actually decades is our new reformulated cell defense. Yeah. This is probably the most important single nutraceutical you can take, besides your Nutridyne. Now, because the most important herbal on the planet by far is curcumin, but it's extremely poorly absorbed. Our previous formula was a big improvement because it had a slow release system with bioperin, but this new one is miles ahead of that. It can repair DNA, turn off inflammation, get rid of cancer stem cells, help to convert white fat, say if you're overweight, to brown fat, helps reverse diabetes, helps protect the eyes and brain.
But you're keeping the same name.
It's Cell Defense Plus.
Cell Defense Plus.
It's a new improved formula. And it's, by the way, we're going to sell it at the same price, so people don't have to worry if they've already placed an order. They will receive the Cell Defense Plus at no increased cost.
Yeah, for a limited time, yes.
Yeah.
I forget what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, curcumin cream. What about that? Is that, like, really good?
Does
that absorb?
Yes, it's really, really good, especially around joints. Pregnenolone, anti-inflammatory, and curcumin cream for pain, inflammation, things like psoriasis, dermatitis, for example, like eczematous dermatitis, etc., or dyshidrosis, dry, patchy skin.
Just off the top of your head, what kinds of things, what is curcumin good for besides inflammation?
Almost everything. It has so many actions compared to any other herbal on the planet. It is like miraculous. In India, it's considered sacred, okay? Curcumin cream will repair DNA, turn off cancer stem cells and get rid of them, protect against a lot of the process we call aging, stop plaque in your arteries, protect your brain against dementia, protect against organ damage from things like diabetes and so on. But the problem is it's so poorly absorbed, it's almost ridiculous. Some people go to a naturopath and get an herbal or some other place. It's almost useless. They'll get some effect, but now with this new form, it's wow. You can take it, and you'll notice within a couple of days, if you're taking that along with our other anti-inflammatory Inflamex, you do never need to take steroids, for example. It doesn't matter if it's lupus or rheumatoid or osteoarthritis or inflammatory condition like psoriasis. This is really, really important breakthrough. And say even with PMS, premenstrual syndrome, where there's prostaglandin E2 and F2 alpha, that taken along with their Inflamex and, of course, the female hormones we talked about.
That wasn't one of the three things that you
I added that one. I slid it right in there.
Of course you did. That's what you do.
So I call it 3+.
Okay, let's go into, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something else there. You were saying it was about curcumin, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I can remember my name right now. Hello, Dr. Bill and Michelle. This would be from Rob in Colorado. What?
Rob in Colorado? I thought it was another Rob, a Rob in South America.
Oh, Vilcabamba?
Yeah.
No, in his email that he sent, he said specifically, do not put it on the air. It's private and personal. This is Rob from Franktown, Colorado.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have lots of Robs, by the way.
Yeah, it's a common name. Anyways, great show on Friday. Thank you. Not like today. I am connecting about a couple of topics. I'm concerned about the meds my cardio doc has me on. Oh boy, look at this. Say what they are.
Yeah, in fact, I spent a little time the other day going over some of these. Yeah, Pravastatin, Eliquis, Zetia, Losartan, Carvedilol, and spironolactone. Okay.
Your conversation with Michelle about cholesterol was very informative. Given what I am on above, is it safe to move on to cod liver oil and drop a few of the above? That's his question.
I'll give you firstly, Pravastatin, never, ever take it. The studies now and their actual legal actions, that the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors doubles the risk for females of turning diabetic. It can cause dementia, heart failure, etc. It interferes with CoQ10. And then for males, it's particularly bad for accelerating heart failure. So no pravastatin, simply take omega cod liver liquid, 10 to 20 mils a day, usually in the morning. Eliquis is a blood thinner. Eliquis isn't quite as bad as Xarelto. It's got giant lawsuits, especially in Texas, against making people bleed to death.
Which, this one?
This is bad too, but the other one's much worse.
Which one has the lawsuits? The other one's Xarelto?
There's some on Eliquis too.
Okay.
So don't take that. Take nattokinase, and you can do a rheologic blood test for viscosity of your blood. And the other thing I tell people, get a blood electrophoresis, not an NMR spectroscopy of your lipids, because even more dangerous than VLDL cholesterol is small particle HDL, which you can't pick up on a regular NMR spectroscopy. Zetia, that's a drug that should never be given to diabetics. It makes your fat cell number increase, and it actually can really blow you up. It's bad. Losartan, the dosage should be split. If you're going to take losartan, it's not that bad a drug, but you take it split. So you take it twice a day. There are natural ACE inhibitors in our allicin med and in our cardiovasc. If you take enough of that, you do not need losartan. Carvedilol never should be given to males. You get 4 things that happen. Fat, bald, impotent, and stupid. And if you want to take a central acting calming agent for the autonomic nervous system, cardiovasc will do it, and combine brain mag. And then finally, spironolactone is a potassium sparing diuretic. It can make your potassium rise. You're really more important than potassium is your magnesium. And you simply take our magnesium glycinate, and then magnesium glycinate and magnesium potassium citrate, and you'll get that up. And if you want a diuretic, Vein Away and Power C Plus are fantastic natural diuretics. You do not need to take a spironolactone. So all of these can be replaced.
What about tea for a diuretic? Tea.
Power C Plus and Vein Away are much more powerful.
But I mean, you could drink tea all day too.
Not nearly as powerful as Power C and Vein Away.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to add it.
No, you don't need to add it. You can add it if you like tea, because
I drink tea.
You have a touch of British there.
Yeah, I
There you
don't
go.
like
There you
no
go.
tea.
Having been raised in Canada, eh?
Okay.
Right?
Blah, 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 blah. So let's go on to the next one. Amy from North Carolina. Oh, I'm interested in the sauna. Would you send the link? Do we still have those saunas?
No, but if somebody wants one, they can contact me, and I will arrange things for them.
Okay.
The Far Infrared
I'll give you
saunas,
this. Okay.
yeah, those are really nice, but
All right.
they have to contact me directly because they don't have them up on the site as an affiliate. They're good for mobilizing toxins and burning off fat.
You want to sing?
You're in it.
Oh, God, that was a quick bumper. It's gone already.
My hands are
maybe
cold.
maybe they're turning it down.
On my
Okay, forget it,
knees.
Bill. I was joking. Go ahead.
You're not quite your perky self today. You're a little bit more funny, and you're a little bit more sleepy.
Well, the singing, it's a good thing. I'm sure all you guys out there are thinking, good thing they're not trying to make it on their singing voices. Because we'll stick to talking.
With barbershopping, you have to relax and tune for a few minutes first.
Oh, see, Bill will debate with that. You are a good singer when you do barbershop.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
have
speak
to get
for
in, and you have to
myself.
blow your pitch pipe to get in key. Make sure you're all set.
Okay, Robin from Maryland. Dear Dr. Deagle, my family and I are Christian patriots, and I've heard you on some alternative internet radio programs. I respect and admire you and your ministries. I'm not sure if you can help, but I felt led to ask if you can give us any advice or guidance. We know God is in control, amen, and that we will get through this crisis, that He is with us, and will use this for His glory somehow. My daughter has severe mold and Lyme issues. She and her 2 dogs have been diagnosed, and the rest of the family will be tested soon. Husband and 3 children under 7, Bill.
Right.
I also got a Lyme tick bite at her small farmette in Beltsville, Maryland.
Right.
Do you have a Lyme protocol? We are being guided not to do antibiotics at this time. Our finances are limited. God bless you and your family. Thank you, Robert. Well, she's on a limited budget, Bill. What can she take for Lyme?
Yeah, well, the first thing what the doctors recommended would only work temporarily and would actually cause new problems.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the doctors are actually getting in trouble even giving conventional treatment for a month. Mm-hmm. Their state licensing authority are pulling their licenses, which state licensing authority needs to go to jail over something like this, because there's a lot of very sick people and it's spreading out of pets. The veterinarians know that too.
Yeah.
And you can prove it with blood tests like the iSpot Lyme test and immunological tests like Immunosciences in Los Angeles. First thing I recommend you want to do is you want to kill off the pathogens, you want to restore mitochondrial function, and you want to restore neurotransmitter levels and then heal the tissues. So if you're going to stick to the very, very core, the first thing I recommend is to take Allicin Med and Nutridyne. Secondly, you want to restore mitochondrial function, so you want to take mitothyroid, Nutridyne, and selenium cruciferate. Thirdly, you want to restore neurotransmitters. You want to take Minerals Plus, BioLVR, and Posinol. Those are the core. You can add a lot to that.
Okay.
That's the start.
And
but
I thought you mentioned mold as well. Didn't you say that? Severe mold.
The Allicin Med and the Nutridyne will take care of both of those.
Oh, good.
And also,
so you can do in one
you
shot.
can recolonize the gut with Living Probiotic Ultra, and Berberstatin.
Okay. Brad from Massachusetts. Good day, Dr. Deagle. I just purchased the Silver 100 spray from your site. Can I spray this directly in my eye to help with eye floaters? I'm 180 pounds and to use 6 sprays. This is for oral use, I realize. Just checking how many sprays for these eyeballs I have.
You can use a spray or your drops. 1 spray equals 3 drops. So 3 drops in the eye or 1 spray 4 times a day to each eye. And in terms of asteroid hyalosis, which is a fancy Latin name for what he has, floaters, which is a vestigial blood vessel.
What is it in English, an eye floater? What is that?
It's a little soap bubble of the hyaluronic acid in the eye.
Oh.
That it's called asteroid hyalosis. It's a fancy ophthalmic term for it. And the way to reverse it is use Vision Max and Cell Detox Glutathione.
Speaking of hyaluronic acid, what of our products has that? Isn't that good for your skin?
Your body makes hyaluronic acid with Collagen Max and Mountain Red Velvet.
Okay.
And you can make pre-collagen with Her Majesty's Royal Jelly. So the combination works very good for your collagen. But
that's why the Collagen Max works so well.
And you sometimes will add to the Copper Regenemax because some people need a little bit more copper in the ratio than copper to zinc in their Minerals Plus. So we add Copper Regenemax. But the thing is the Collagen Max and Mountain Red Velvet.
Okay.
Your body makes plenty of hyaluronic acid if you add those.
David? Hi, David.
By the way, you can speed it up also with Simmethyl. Simmethyl. A sachet under your tongue will speed up your generation of cartilage and hyaluronic acid. Acetylmethine, a little powder that's fruit flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it speeds up your generation of collagen in your eyes, your joints, your skin.
That was for depression or something.
It works for that too, along with BioLVR. Methylation is an important step for.
Yeah, but what if you didn't have depression and you took it? Okay, you listening?
Yeah.
What if you didn't have depression?
So much talking.
What if you couldn't stop coughing? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm just going to get my drink.
What if you didn't have any depression and you took something like that Simmethyl?
It would just
do something to you?
It would correct other things that are out of balance. Methylation is involved in digestive enzymes, myelination, detoxification of heavy metals and toxic chemicals, and lots of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Our friend David Bill from up the road in Santa Rosa Valley. Hi, David. He says, Dear Dr. Deagle, my 66-year young wife, I love that, that's
right,
nice, was a sunbather back in the day on Venice Beach. She has been fighting skin cancer forever. Her skin is freckled, and it is hard to see the cancer. This was her last procedure. Wide excision melanoma right arm, Moss's reconstruction right cheek, removed a melanoma in right arm, and sutures, and this was done in an outpatient facility under anesthesia. I have got her to take your meds because of her high blood pressure that both her parents had, and I'm wondering if any of your meds for cancer would help with her skin cancer. She has never had any other kind of cancer.
Yeah, the first thing is, if she already has existing cancer, our protocol is malignant arrest of what packet twice a day, and our DNA repair apoptogenic agents, cell defense, ellagic acid, malignant block, and full vitamin K2 with power C. And you can strip off the capsule of the tumor with the Inflamex, cell defense very important, and you boost the immune system with MyCell D3 and Myco D2. When you do that, you dramatically increase whether it's conventional treatment, surgery and radiation, and all the other conventional stuff that can be toxic, or alternative cancer treatment, which is gene-based cancer therapy.
And not to forget that the malignant block is in the ageless, which I take every day.
Yeah, it's an ageless.
This morning.
Yeah, but we tell people, by the way, that same protocol works for autoimmune disease like lupus, scleroderma, mixed connective tissue disease, autoimmune things like multiple sclerosis. The same protocol works for both autoimmune diseases and for cancer. And the curcumin in its new form is the most powerful agent to get rid of cancer stem cells, because 100% of people that have cancer, even if they go into remission, have cancer stem cells, even 5 or 10 years after their cancer. So, yeah.
As an aside, David says, I took my Inspector Plus over to the area of the Porter Ranch natural gas leak last Thursday, which is 29 miles from him inland. My purpose was to see if I could get any readings above normal. I found 60 CPM at the Santa Susana Pass on the 118 freeway, 30 CPM at the turnoff, the 118, and the CPMs were higher and higher as I went up the mountain until I got a good 50 CPM at the highest public walkway there.
Yeah, which is near the leak, right?
Yeah. You know all about this, do you, Bill?
Yeah, I know all about it, yeah.
Yeah, about the leak. And he's concerned that the gas company will be selling gas that is radioactive at these levels. Would it be dangerous or not?
No, let me explain.
Okay.
All hydrocarbons, oil and gas coming from the ground, have some degree of radioactivity. The reason is the way they're made is the Earth has lots of thorium in it and other isotopes that actually cause catalytic annealing of smaller hydrocarbons into larger chain molecules, meaning oil and gas, etc., in different fractions. That's how it's made. It's called the gold theory, and it explains that there's literally oceans or batholiths of oil. It's not made from dinosaurs and ferns from ancient times. You can do that. You can take, in the laboratory under compression, you can take something in a matter of, so many hours, months, or whatever. You can make coal and oil. But the amount of oil down at 30 to 60,000 feet, in fact, most of the oil industry in Russia is drilling down so deep, it's way past what we call the Jurassic and the early Cretaceous periods in the dinosaurs. They weren't even around. So we're talking about something that's so deep, it's actually inside the crust of the Earth. So all oil, the balls of oil that came on the Louisiana beach when they drilled the Macondo drill site, they're all radioactive. But what they've now done in New Mexico near the what's called the whip site is they actually had these storage containers blow up, so all the oil and gas containers are really radioactive, not just a little.
So take your Nutrigun.
And welcome back, Michelle. Go ahead, yeah. You're a little giddy today. When Chris went okay coffee, you should have had more of that coffee, Michelle. I'm always running
is something I never
high
had.
I'm running high and have to come down. You're always like kind of okay, but then you need a little boost with your ageless life support drink in the morning, which I think did help.
Yeah, he got me what's called a latte.
Yeah,
it's chocolate.
But you like
I don't like coffee.
But you like your
tea.
You drink that tea, the good tea.
Didn't do anything anyways till I have my drink. But
I have formulas of stuff that's like really cool stuff, like our NADH tablets. This literally will turn your brain on in 5 minutes. NADH. It's actually anti-aging. That research at MIT shows anti-aging. Our NADH and anti-age max will actually reverse most of the parameters of your mitochondria of aging within 30 minutes.
What do you mean it'll turn your brain on? What is that?
It's nicotine adenine dinucleotide hydride, NADH.
Is that in the brain power or the cognition?
No, this is not in anything else. It's all by itself.
What do you prescribe it? What's it for?
It's for mitochondrial support for energy. If your mitochondria.
Look, he's going to take one now.
Yeah, just pop it under the tongue. Doesn't stop me from talking.
Oh my gosh.
It's good stuff. We have other things for mitochondria too.
Okay, back to David. Since I wrote this email, I have another question. How much Nutridyne should be used by adults, children, babies, and prenatal for regular radiation protection help? That's your average every day, like we take.
The average per adult should take for protection 10 drops twice a day, and a baby you take a fraction of 150. So if a baby is say 20 pounds or 25 pounds, they'll take a sixth of that, or about 3 drops twice a day.
Yeah, right externally on their skin. For a baby, it'll just absorb in.
Either way, it's going to go through the skin.
What about prenatal? It's the same.
Mothers should be taking at least 10 drops. Yeah. It actually prevents basically a disorder where actually the brain development is delayed. So the brain development's better if you take two main things. Neurogen, which is DHA, and Nutrimedical will increase brain function and development.
While you're pregnant.
Yeah, while you're pregnant, yeah.
Bill, this is this is a long email. Christine, she says she's a simple 69-year-old grade 12 listener. Okay. Christine.
I noticed that was a long email. I don't know if you want to read the whole thing. This is a long one,
but I think what she's basically saying, I'll try to...
Parse it down.
Thank you so much for having David John Oates. Who's that?
He was on yesterday. We talked about reverse speech, and then I asked him some good questions, I think, to can explain the biological and neuroscience aspect and the spiritual side of what's going on.
Well, basically, she really enjoyed the show. She says, thank you for your massive commitment to helping people and pursuing a course to help wake folks up. She wants you to have him back on.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be on regular. He'll be regular.
Okay.
We did lots of reversals of Lion Ted Cruz, of the narcissist Asperger's syndrome billionaire Donald Blue Collar Trump, blue collar billionaire, and we did also, I think, some Hillaryisms. And Donald was the only one that was consistently forward and reverse normal. These other two were kind of give you the creeps: Hillary and Ted Cruz, Lion Ted.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When you go, you get called congruence. In other words, what he says in reverse
Sounds
is
weird.
scary.
Sounds
creepy.
weird to me. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Joni, in an email, I just wanted to ask you if you could send me a protocol. Oh, Bill, so I can tackle again it's Lyme disease, and we already did
Yeah, we
that,
already talked
Joni,
about
and
that,
hopefully you just go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Lori, in an email, I am writing to request assistance about your supplements that you sell for my husband, Ken, as he is in need of getting his body back to optimum health urgently.
Right.
Here's an overview of what happened in August 2015 when he had fallen at work in a large bin, fracturing left hip area, unknown until a few weeks ago. Shortly after this accident, he began to have more difficulty urinating and more frequently, just like overnight almost.
Right.
We traveled to the USA, so they must be from Canada, I wonder, September 2015, and seemed not bad until Miami back home. So she goes on to say, basically, he has a fracture, Bill, right here, because he went to the chiropractor and they put a machine on his leg, right on the area of the fracture and fuzziness. Anyways, he's in pain, and he also has prostate problems.
Yeah, well, we can reverse that. We can reverse fracture with natural therapies and technology.
So for
and the prostate's
pain,
easy.
For the pain, first of all?
Inflamex and self-defense, and topically curcumin and the pregnenolone cream. And then the pain is also periosteal, so you want to take bone generator, micelle D3, full vitamin K2, and the myco D2, the mushroom-based myco D2 ergothioneine. And I would recommend also that he probably should have a lumen photon on the NICO setting over the hip in the areas there. And perhaps the micropulse, which is a Schumann resonance stem cell generator.
Well, she says that they took his PSA level when first went to the hospital, and they said it was 160, and that he should have a prostate biopsy done.
Well, here's the sequence of events. You do a free and combined PSA, and the free and combined will tell you if it's benign prostate or cancerous. Then you do a transrectal ultrasound if it's high with the free and combined test. And then you do a needle biopsy under ultrasound guidance and send it off to pathologists for karyotype analysis. And also, if you can, for genetic analysis of the nature of the tumor. Do not take paint-buying amber's chemo. Never take gold seed therapy or radioisotopes. Never take proton therapy. These all burn local tissues. And do not do any what's called neurovascular bundle sparing surgery, because you'll get impotent and lose bladder control. And there's a lot of patients, in fact, they've estimated in the last 10 years, at least 1.5 million men had prostate surgery and lost bladder control and it became impotent for excessive and unnecessary surgery.
Well, this is what
right, that's actually published in medical journals by doctors, believe it or not.
She goes on to how the current meds are making him tired, dizzy, difficult to breathe, depressed.
Well, they're increasing what's called his death span. I try to use what I call dark humor to get through to people. Your lifespan is you're sailing through life, everything's cool, you can go golfing, you can hike for miles. And then your death span is when everything starts to become real pain. You can't walk to the bathroom because you're hurt. You're getting spells of dizziness, faintness. You're on tons of meds. You get side effects. That's basically the process of dying, which can some people, because of the doctors, actually medicate the heck out of them. The average person in their late 60s in America is on 9 to 12 medications, and many of the medications actually accelerate their demise.
Here's from our friends over there in Maine. Willa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And it says you listed these particular products under vision, and they want to know...
And for hearing. They work for both. They
work for both. That's why it's confusing. Because it's the ear care Minera.
Yeah, Minera has components that will work on the eye and ear.
Ultrathiamine B1.
Right,
yes.
it works in both.
CDP choline.
Because there's acetylcholine is a primary neurotransmitter in the eye and the middle ear.
And he says you list nattokinase under heart. Is it also for vision?
Yes, because what happens is, especially with central vein problems and microcirculation, microcirculation, you start off with cardiovascular, ellagic acid, omega supreme krill, and the nattokinase reduces blood viscosity. You can do a thing called rheologics, that's RHEOLOGICS, blood viscosity test. It's more accurate. And the current tests they use are what's called PTINR. I act as a reference doctor for even hematologists doing rheologics blood viscosity tests with our machine we had in our office in Denver. With dual lasers would actually measure blood viscosity. Remember we had that?
Yeah.
And what you do is you measure, the real fancy tests are anti-Leiden antibody, which is a specific gene polymorphism, platelet count, soluble ICAM1 and 2, and other markers of increased risk of clots. But it's really easy. And then you can measure oxidized fatty acids, what's called T-bars, and oxidized guanosine. The problem is regular doctors don't even know about these tests. And they don't know about blood viscosity because it's the most important marker. And if you take nattokinase, you don't have to do testing. The next step from that is lumbrokinase, which we can obtain on special order. So I avoid rat poison, Coumadin, and I avoid Eliquis and Xarelto and these other drugs because they can cause massive and unexpected bleeding. There's polymorphisms in what's called the extrinsic pathways in people's blood clotting pathways. And if you happen to have a specific polymorphism, you're going to bleed to death.
Next is Andrew and Pearl from Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Who can say that? I think you'd have to be born in Nova Scotia to say Saskatchewan.
I think the guy that played the part of Deadpool in that recent movie for Marvel Comics, he could say Saskatchewan because I think he was from there.
Guess what? Nutridyne was his question, and we did talk about the Nutridyne and protection from radiation already, so we got it in there for them.
Yep.
And I guess you're on your own now, Bill. Everyone, thank you for listening. I hope it wasn't too trying today. God bless you.
You're always your pleasant self, no matter what, Mish.
Have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful weekend. And we will see you next week, next Friday. I will, and Bill's going to see you in about 2 seconds. Who's on next?
There's a blabbermouth doctor that's going to try to answer people's questions.
I know who that is.
And the call-in number, 800-259-5791 if you want to call or talk about any topic.